Oh, it's a hot day for tea. Shouldn't they be having juice?
My friend Dora had come to play. And when Dora comes, we have to play with Jemima's old dolls.
Look, we've even got a chef.
Ah, Pedro Perfecto. Here are, Pedro, a jammy jumbly biscuit for your customers.
We were all having fun, but guess who'd come to look after us?
Oh, I have never been so hot in all my life.
Great Aunt Loretta, Grandpa's sister.
Green gloop, that's what I need.
Green gloop is spinach and sprout shake. It's just one of the revolting things she makes.
Oh, yum. Right, now come on, got to clear all this lot away.
What?
Why?
We are expecting a visitor.
Who?
Mrs. McWhiskit, that's who.
The Mrs. McWhiskit? From Mrs. McWhiskit Cooks for the Country?
The very one, Grandpa.
Mrs. McWhiskit has a TV cooking show.
I met her in Miss Smiley's cafe. She is in Sunny Sands gathering exciting new recipes. I said to her, if you are gathering exciting new recipes, you have come to the right place. I am going to make her the tea of her life.
Jammy jumbly biscuit?
Oh, I'm planning a whole lot more than a jammy jumbly biscuit, Grandpa. A whole lot more.
Oh yes, today there would be more than a biscuit for Mrs. McWhiskit. Mrs. McWhiskit does a TV show called Mrs. McWhiskit Cooks for the Country. She is great at stirring and whisking and mashing. And she makes really extraordinary food, like the Jelly Mountain, and the Vegetable Volcano, and the Field of Fruit.
Ah, a field of fruit. That's my favourite Mrs. McWhiskit recipe.
We'd set up the dolls' tea party again, but we weren't going to have much time to play.
Jason! Dora!
Coming!
In fact, Jason, if Aunt Loretta is going to try and make some of her revolting food for Mrs. McWhiskit, I think we ought to try and stop her. And to do that, I need to be small.
Not a shrinking cap, Grandpa!
Catch me if you can!
Now, as you know, when Grandpa's small, he can run so fast I can't catch him. He can fly off in my toy plane. He can whiz about in my toy car. I had no idea where he'd got to or what he was planning.
Jason!
I had to go and help Great Aunt Loretta to make Mrs. McWhiskit's tea.
Trust Grandpa to have gone for a little lie down. Ah! Right now then, have we got everything ready for sardines and bananas on toast, cauliflower cake with cockles and jam, seaweed jelly and mustard, and lobster and lettuce ice cream. Ooh.
Great Aunt Loretta was making her weirdest tea ever. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw Grandpa running in. And guess what? He was dressed as Pedro Perfecto. He jumped onto the dresser and then told me to get everyone out in the garden.